Hello, New Hampshire Realtors. I'm Joni McIntyre, your 2024 president, and I'm here today with Chad Jacobson, the CEO of PrimeMLS. We're here to discuss the changes that will occur on the MLS as a result of the NAR settlement. Hello, Chad.
Good morning.
Good morning. So let's start out right from the top. What will the changes be and when will they be occurring?
Well, the two most significant changes are the absolute elimination of cooperating compensation from the MLS. So that is on deadline for 17 August, but we are implementing the changes as of 15 July. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of fields that need to be removed from listing maintenance, removed from reports, removed from data feeds. So we're giving ourselves plenty of time to make sure we get it right before the 17th. So the main thing I would say is treat cooperating compensation in your mind like either kryptonite or plutonium, whatever your favorite poison is. Just say no. Don't put it in the MLS at all. The second element is a requirement for written buyer agreements. And let me be specific and say not necessarily representation agreements, but written buyer agreements before you tour a home with a buyer.
Great. So will it be required to share your buyer agreement with the MLS?
So just as with listing agreements, we only call for those when there's some kind of a dispute between members. And so we'll be handling those buyer agreements in the same fashion.
Okay, so members, make sure you have those buyer agreements before you tour a house because they're necessary, but they may be called for.
Correct.
And will concessions be added to the MLS?
So we have concessions at the moment for closed listings, and that's subject to a broker override. A broker of an office can say, I don't want to have anything to do with closed concessions. For active listings at this time, there's no industry standard at the moment. So we're kind of taking a wait and see approach with our leadership. We're sharing with them what some MLSs are actually implementing right out of the gate here, so that they can make a determination as to what they want to do or don't want to do, so that we don't have to undo something with our members. And so I think that's a wise path to go down at this point.
Great, I agree with you. So my last question is pretty specific. I've had this question from a lot of members, and I personally am in this situation right now. I put a sale under contract last evening. And
congratulations.
Thank you. For a buyer, and there is a cooperating fee.
Mm-hmm.
It shows up on the MLS. Will that cooperating fee disappear after the 15th?
So it won't be visible to any of the members after the 15th. It will still exist in the database, and we have some things we can do to access that information if necessary for a dispute, perhaps, between parties, or to resolve a legal matter. If we were subpoenaed for information, we can still get at the data, but it won't be visible to anybody.
Okay, so I would say it would be prudent for me to make a copy of that listing agreement yesterday and put it in my file so I have that percentage memorialized.
I think if you had a property report out of the MLS that included the cooperating compensation, that would be a good practice. It's the same one that I implemented when I was a buyer's agent a few years back.
Great. So for all those members who've asked me that, and there's been many, print off that MLS listing and stick it in your file, and you should be all set. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I think the big issues are what's important for this communication today, and we've covered those pretty clearly.
Okay, thank you, Chad. I appreciate you being here. So members, if you have any more questions, you can always go on fax.realtor or NHAR.org/settlement. Or if those questions aren't answered in those two places, please email the Legal Resource Line, and you will be able to get your questions answered there. Thank you so much, and have a great day.